Hey there, how's it going? My name is Destiny and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're gonna go ahead and start working with the create view here in Django. And the last one we went ahead and we talked about the details view. Not only talking about it, we actually went ahead to implement some function that's gonna help us particularly locate a question whenever we click on the read more link or any link that's pertaining to the question. For example, let's say we want to view this question. You could just click on read more over here, or you could click on this and to open up the content of the question. And we also have this really long question over here that you can see. I think it's this one. So as you can see, all the whole content were actually hidden over here at the front end, but now when we click on it, it opens all this full thing over here. Now in this one, we're going to go ahead and start working with a function where we would allow a user actually ask their questions directly from our front end over here. So all they have to do is just click the ask button and it's going to take them to a page when they ask their question by inputting the title and the content and hit the post answer. Then they're going to get redirected back to the detail page where they will see the title of the question and the content of the question, and they could either choose to edit it, to delete it, or to do whatever they want, or to even answer the question themselves. But for now we won't be doing that. Okay, so with that, let's just go ahead and start doing it. Now the first thing we want to do is just get back to our Visual Studio Code and go over to views.py. So we could just copy this one over here because it's going to be almost identical with it, and we're going to post it. But all we need to do is just change this to create, just like that. And we also need to import create over here like that. And I think we're going to copy this and replace it with this one. Okay, so we're going to put model equal to question because that's the model we want to query. And the other thing we need is fields. So when a user want to ask question, what fields we want to show them? Now we want to show them a field that's going to allow them add a title and a field that's going to allow them add content. That's pretty much what we want to show them. So model and field, and this field we could do some like calling all the field by saying something like this underscore underscore all underscore underscore. But I think to make it look more better, let's just manually call the fields that we want. So we want title field and we want comment field, just like that, title and comment. So with this now, I think that's pretty much what we want to do. Let's go ahead and create a URL for it. So I think we could just work with this one, Ctrl+CV, and whenever a user comes over to question /new just like that, and let's make sure we are importing the question create view, and let's change this to question create, just like that. So now let's try hopping over to the URL that we just created, and what do you notice? Working perfectly fine, but it says template doesn't exist. So we need to create a template with this name question_form.html. so if you notice, you'll see that it's kind of different from all the other HTML files that we've been creating. We created question_detail, which was for the detail view. We created question_list, which for the list view. Now we were supposed to create question_create for the create view, but why is it actually showing question_form? That's how it works. Whatever. Okay, so we need to just create a new file with that over there, and now when we come over here now and refresh, you will see this empty page here. So we're simply gonna get a template for it. We're gonna get a template from Stackbase template, and it's question_form. So I'm just gonna open this up, and it's looking like this. I'm gonna view the page source code, and I'm gonna copy this, and I'm just gonna paste it in here, just like that. And I think some things should actually still be missing. For example, okay, we have all this already. Let's refresh this. Okay, it's working, but actually this URL isn't really showing what we want. We don't have this URL yet, so we just need to get rid of it, and everything is gonna work fine. So I'm gonna minimize this. Let's look for where the URL is. I'm gonna get rid of it, then I'm gonna start afresh and show you guys everything that we've got to do. Firstly, this doesn't really make sense. Let's get rid of it, and post question should be there, cancel should be there. Okay, I think we should be getting this error from, let's see. I don't really know where it's not like okay, we have actually seen it. This is it over here in the URL login. Okay, what is actually going on over here? I think this error is supposed to be from here, not there. I think let's refresh this. So as you can see, the error is gone. Now if you see something like H1 and say hello, you see it's showing up fine, but let's just put this. I think the error is definitely from here, but let me see if I can find something. If I can find this thing over here that says list, this question URL pattern that says list, then I'm gonna just simply get rid of it. Okay, I think I found it. This is it over here. All I need to do is just get rid of it, just like that, and it's gone. Now when we refresh this, this is pretty much what we've got. And you know, it's kind of weird because there is no field where we will ask our question. That's not actually what we wanted. Now what are we supposed to do? What we're supposed to do is very easy. Simply come over to views.py, and what we need to do is simple. Over here we're gonna come over to, okay, this is where the form is, and over here we have post question. Now the first thing we want to access is a form, right? Yeah, so when we refresh this, let's see. Okay, as you can see, we're accessing a form, title and content, then post question. But right now it isn't actually looking the way we want it to look, so we can use the .asp method like that. Now when we refresh, what do you notice? Everything now stays on a paragraph. Still bad. We can use the pipe crease P. Okay, let's refresh this. Let's see. Okay, still not really looking good. Let's come over to our settings.py and let's see. I think it should be in stackprj settings.py, and okay, we have crispy form installed. Crispy forms, it's actually installed, and I want to make sure that we are loading the bootstrap template pack. Okay, we are not loading that, so let's just go ahead and just load it up and everything should work fine. Okay, we simply want to come over here. We could just do it here, and we want to call crispy underscore template underscore pack, and we're gonna set this to bootstrap 4, just like that. Now let's try refreshing this again, and let's see if it's actually gonna work fine now. Okay, this is actually what we wanted. As you can see, we now have the title and we have the content. Now when you come over to sign up, you see it's actually gonna look good now. So you see the way it's looking, and it's looking this way. We are still gonna fix it. Not really what I wanted, but we are still gonna fix it. Even the login now is gonna look quite better, not bad, but it's kind of bad to me, but we are still gonna fix it. Don't freak out. And also the search bar, I don't know, it's looking weird kind of. Now we are still gonna fix that. So I just simply want to log in. Okay, and I want to come over to questions/new, and it opens this up. So let's say I want to add a new question. I'm gonna say new question from front end. I'm just gonna copy that and paste it a couple times in here, just like that. I'm gonna hit post question. Okay, we get this error simply because it says CSRF verification failed, and that's because we need to add a CSRF token whenever we are using form, or let's say whenever we're using a post method here in Django. In a template, we're supposed to use CSRF underscore token for security and all that. Now when we refresh this, let's try getting over to our website and see what we actually have. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, we have this now. Let's see. I hope everything is actually looking good. Now I'm going to try ask the same question again, and now when we hit post, okay, it's working perfectly fine, but right now it's not detecting the user that's posting the question. So that's why it said not null constraint field, stack base question user ID. So let's go ahead and fix that. Now in order to fix it, it's quite easy. What you want to do is just get back to our views.py, and just below this create view thing over here, we're going to define a form valid. So we're going to say define a form valid function, and it should obviously, I think most of the times it takes in self. It should take in self and form. Yeah, that's the way it's done. Now the next thing we want to say is a form dot instance. I'm still gonna explain this. Dot author should be set equal to self dot request dot user. So with this now, don't worry, I'm still gonna explain what this is doing. Then finally, let's return super, and with this gonna be a dot form valid, dot form underscore valid, just like that. And we should pass some form in there. Okay, so let me explain what it's doing. So firstly, we define the form underscore valid and passing self and form. This is simply trying to create to see if a form is valid. Then what are we going to do? Now the next thing we want to do is very simple. We want to get the logged in user. For example, Destiny right now is logged in. We want to get the logged in user and set it to whoever is trying to post the question, so that it doesn't actually like I don't know, sets all the question to be one user, which is the admin. So it automatically get the user which is logged in for the particular account wherever in the world, and it's gonna set it to the same user that's trying to create a question from the same logged in account. Hopefully you understand. Then we'll simply return super and pass in dot form valid, and we'll pass in form over here. So let's go ahead and check this out. If it works, fine. If it doesn't, we're gonna fix it. Yeah, so we come over here now and we refresh again, and let's actually post this question again and hit post. Okay, so as you can see, we get this error now. So I think something is actually wrong, and I think I'm using an author over here, and I think that's not what I use for my models. Okay, as you can see, this is the error that we are getting. So we are supposed to use .user. It's actually user that I used, but I'm using .author. I thought it was author. So we're gonna pass in user, and let's try doing this again for the very last time. So okay, where was my question, man? I can't find it any longer. So let's say question from front end, just like that. I'm gonna copy this, press it a couple times, and hit post answer. Okay, working perfectly fine, just the way we expected. Now let's come over here and refresh. What do you notice? As you can see, we get it. Now we can also view the question, but this error over here simply means that there is no URL to redirect to after it creates the question. It's kind of confused. It doesn't know where to go. So let's go and fix it. Okay, what you want to do is simple. We just need to come over to our models.py, and we need to create a get underscore absolute URL function. Yeah, so we need to create a get underscore absolute URL function. So that's it over there, and it just did all this for us. I'm just gonna get rid of it, so we did it from scratch. Passing that, passing self. I don't know why I keep calling that self itself rather. So we did this now, we pass in self. Now the next thing we want to do is very easy. We're just gonna return reverse, just like that, reverse, and we're gonna pass in posts. Just follow along what I'm doing. Okay, I think it's not post, it's, let me go over to my URL. Okay, yeah, it's question detail, not post detail. Yeah, I usually interchange question with post. You know, it's kind of annoying. So we want to go to question detail whenever we create a new a new question. We want to go over to the detail page of the question, and now the next thing we want to do is simple. We want to call quarks. So quarks is simply going to help us return to the specific index number of the course that's called. So we want to get it by the pk, and the pk is going to be set to the self.pk of whatever that was created. Hopefully you understand. And I think we're going to get an error because of this. Let's see, reverse is not defined. Okay, I think we should import it from Django.urls. We're gonna import reverse. Yeah, so this time around now we're gonna try creating a new question, and let's just make this one kind of dynamic. Let's say Stack Overflow. I'm gonna open up this one, and that's not what I want to open up. So I'm gonna say Stack Overflow, and I'm gonna open up, let's just open up any random one. All I just need is the question. Yeah. Okay, this opens up whatever. I accept the cookies, and I'm just gonna copy this the way it is, let's see, I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm gonna come over to my own Stack Overflow, and I'm gonna paste this in here, and I'm also gonna paste a couple of times. I hit post question. Okay, what do you notice? It says reverse for this was not found. And that's because we actually didn't do something. We're also supposed to pass in the app name over here, stack base. So while we're passing in this app name, it's so that it could know that the URL was set in this app name stack base URL, this one over here. And you can see we set the app name over to stack base. Whatever that is set in here should be what you call over here. So for the very last time, let's try adding a question. This time around, I want to pick a new question. I'm gonna get that, and let's add a new question. I'm gonna put that as the title. I'm gonna add all this, hit post question. Boom, working perfectly fine. So as you can see now, say how can I add new keys to a dictionary, and our add button create function is working. So this time what I want to do is kind of simple, you know. Now let's get back to our / questions. Okay, I don't know why I keep coming here. I just need to configure a button to do this. Okay, the first thing I want to do now is make these buttons here work. Now, the purpose of these two buttons is actually to do something. And the thing is, when a user is logged in, we're gonna show them one button. That button is gonna be the one that's gonna help them ask a question. When a user is not logged in, they are gonna see the same button, but it's gonna do something else. When they want to ask a question and click on the ask question button and they are not logged in, he's going to redirect them to log in before asking the question. Hopefully you understand. So let's go ahead and do that. Now back to question list. That's where we have them, and let's locate where the ask. Okay, this is it over here. Now the first thing I want to do is just come over here, and in between the buttons I'm just going to say if user dot is underscore authenticated, just like that. What do I want to do? Firstly, I'm going to pass in this first button, and I'm going to say else. I'm going to pass in the second button, and finally I'm just gonna end if, just like that. Okay, now so let's refresh this. Now we got only one button, but we actually need to tell those buttons to do something. For example, now if a user is already logged in and they click the ask question button, simply take them to the question create page. So let's do that. Now over here we are gonna paste in something like this. Okay, let's say something like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it in there. Now it's gonna go to URL question-create. Let's make sure that's what we are using, question-create. Now it's in list. Okay, and I want to get rid of this one over here. Okay, right now when we refresh, you know I'm logged in. When I hit ask question, boom, it takes us to this page where we can ask a question. But how about a user is not logged in? So let's go ahead and log out, and let's try accessing the front page again. So we access the front page. Now let's say we want to ask a question. Boom, it tells us to log in. So now we have to actually, you know, log in. Then now we can, okay, I need to change the redirect option of this, so it actually goes to the question page whenever we log in. Okay, so now I'm logged in. When I hit this, now I can ask a question. Okay, load up, boy. Okay, as you can see, it's loaded up. Let's add one more final question to this, and we're gonna move over to the next things that we want to do. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna paste this in here. I'm gonna paste this a couple of times in there. Hit that, and as you can see, it's working fine. And also this is for the answer question, not the ask question. Take note, we are still gonna make this functional. Hopefully you understand. Okay, so with this now, I think we are pretty much done with what we want to do. In the next one, we're gonna go ahead and start working with the updates view. So after working with the updates view, then we're gonna go ahead and configure this button over here. Then when we work with the delete view, we're gonna configure this button over here. But for now, I want to configure this one because it's kind of becoming, you know, so annoying, always going back to the home page by coming over to change the URL. So right now I'm gonna change it. Okay, I think this is it. This is it, the last one. So what I want to just do is get over to the href. I'm gonna paste in what I don't have anything there already. Okay, I'm gonna say URL and I'm gonna pass in stack base, and we want to go to question dash lists, just like that. Let's see if that what you're using. Okay, we're actually using lists, so let's fix it. Lists. Okay, this time around when we refresh, let's see what's going on. It says cannot pass the remainder this from stack base. Okay. Okay. I think this should be in a quote. Now when we hit this button, it goes back, we come back, we go back, we come back, we go back, we come back, we go back. As simple as that. And that should be it for this video. I don't want it to get like really long. I just want to break things so it actually gets into you fully well. Okay, I think I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. We're gonna go ahead and start working with the update view. For the meantime, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. It's really gonna help me and my channel grow, and also consider dropping a comment, because I really love seeing you guys comment. It really keeps me going. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll start working with the updates view. Mad love, peace out.